Warning, we cannot stress enough that you shouldn't take anything we say seriously, or whatever our lawyer told us to say.
Hey folks, and welcome to our podcast. I'm Joe.
Do it again. I was swallowing into the microphone. We should keep that in. Sorry, I was busy.
Hello folks, and welcome to our Fancast podcast of the Acolyte TV show. I'm Joe.
And I am certified Acolyte hater Ben.
And I'm here to tell you, despite what you hear in the media, Acolyte is ass. It's bad.
Despite what you hear in the media, everybody hates the Acolyte.
Everyone who hates the Acolyte, I'll tell you what, you were correct. Not a compelling story, not a compelling... Here's the thing, the actual idea of having the Acolyte be a show is so cool. It was done poorly.
The problem is now it exists, so it exists. It's like people that should tell me like, oh, I don't even consider the sequels real movies anymore. I can't do that. Good for you. If you can do that and you don't have to watch the sequels, I have to, because now it's a part of the lore. Now the Acolyte, I'm going to pretend doesn't exist, but it's like almost impossible.
Yeah, and the sequels, I think that they were they're good movies. I think that I understand why people didn't like them as far as canon goes, but the Acolyte, bad movie, bad time.
There's no redeeming qualities to the Acolyte.
I'm on episode 5, and I am forcing my way through it so that I can actually have a formed opinion. But so far through 4 episodes, it's a snooze fest, guys.
And just to say this is a little callback to last episode. I'm a little comedian here. I like doing callbacks. But just a reminder, kind of disclaimer, Joe is not a racist because he doesn't like the Acolyte. He's a racist for the other things he does in his life.
That doesn't make me a bigot.
His opinion about the Acolyte is totally valid because he's not racist about the Acolyte.
Yes.
They almost made Keanu Reeves the main character, like the Jedi guy, the Jedi Master. They almost made him that. What a waste.
Master Soul. No, that would have been a waste because Keanu Reeves is obviously Revan.
Yeah, no, he's obviously Revan.
Did you hear that? I heard a rumor that they're going to be making a female Revan. It's going to be Brie Larson.
Hold on. First off, stupid idea. But other side of me, female Revan, that's kind of hot.
I'm not saying I wouldn't watch it all the time. I'm just saying.
My name is not Darth Revan, it's Mommy Revan.
They call me Darth Mommy. I'm taking goth girls to the next level.
Mommy Revan, before you kill me, pick Uppy, please. Uppy, Mommy Revan. I'm Mommy Revan, please. Uppy.
I would climb her like a tree.
Okay, well, that's a start. So, welcome back to Lower Social Value. We're glad you're here for a third week, 3 weeks.
3 whole weeks, and I only got one thing incorrect, and that was which Armstrong lost his ball.
Oh, yeah.
Neil Armstrong, he was on the moon. He has at least 2 balls. Lance Armstrong, buddy, you're the one. You have uno ballo, and you have uno pelota, and
also you're a cheater.
Yeah. Also, get off the roids. You know what? You deserved it. You deserve only half of one ball.
What kind of person, first off, thinks that cycling is a sport, but then second off, is so inclined to believe it's a sport that they cheat doing it?
I don't understand how steroids would help you in a bike. I mean, they help grow your muscles, so I guess there's that.
No, they don't help you grow a second ball back, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's actually what it was. He was so bummed about only having 1 ball that he decided that he was going to try to regrow it using roids.
It's the super soldier serum, but for testicles. I have 3 balls. And most powerful man.
They call me Captain Testes.
It's actually a great segue. So we got a question.
What, Lance Armstrong's villain story?
Yeah, we gotta. I was mostly referring to the super soldier serum, but sure, we can go with Lance Armstrong's balls. Episode title: Lance Armstrong has one ball.
I think we're only allowed to have one ball-themed title in a
One
season,
ball per biker.
and we already have
episode?
LaCroix balls. So, so no, we're not going to title it that. We'll find out during the episode.
Anyways, there's a question from Tommy. Tommy is based in North Carolina, and he was watching the Avengers movies, and he was concerned. He said that he started to see Thanos' point, which is a pretty common thing. I've heard people said that when the movies were actually coming out. I'm seeing Thanos' point, and I'm concerned that I may need real therapy, and so he was asking what our thoughts were about
You
that.
don't need therapy. You need to act. Get on it. Hey, Tommy, you got to start. Got to start somewhere.
Act on the violent things you see on TV. That's the
Armstrong lost his ball and started steroids. Find what your steroids is.
It's like the people that say like violent video games are the reason that like terrible things happen. Like act on the video things you see in the video games. Absolutely, that's what we condone here on this podcast.
Only some of them, though.
Disclaimer: we don't condone that. So I'm not much of a movie watcher. I am obsessed with watching either SpongeBob or Suits constantly, basically on repeat every night, depending on if my wife's home or not.
Which is pretty much the same show.
Yeah, they're. That's a good point.
SpongeBob is Mike. Patrick is Harvey.
Plankton is Lewis Litt.
Obviously.
But I decided what I wanted to do. Instead of answering this question directly, I came up with a list of villains. And since Joe's a movie watcher, I wanted to hear Joe's opinion on whether or not this particular villain has a point in their mission. You ready?
Yes.
So I'll start you off with something light. This is actually inspired by Max's podcast, Voldemort.
Yes, he has a point.
Elaborate.
I mean, why would you want muggles in the world if you can all be wizards?
So, is there a way to turn the muggles into wizards at all?
No.
So you just are for like wiping the
Internment
people
camps.
All right, so he had a
Yes, he has a point. The thing is, you got to understand from his point of view, muggles are bad. Right?
From my point of view, the muggles are evil.
Okay, thank you.
Then you are lost. Go ahead.
You turned her against me. You have done that yourself.
But anyways, they're evil to him.
Yeah, so he wants witch and wizard supremacy because they are supreme beings. I don't see the problem.
All right, well, hot take. Next one. El Presidente Snow.
Was he a villain?
Oh, yeah, that's right. Sorry, he was the one that was getting the kids free health care or whatever.
Yeah, he was doing it for the kids.
Honest,
Yeah, I mean, it's called Law and Order.
they did try to start an uprising. He was just
He's just keeping the order.
keeping the peace.
You got to make sure that the low peasants understand their place because they are not the frilly capital people.
You know how I got President Snow, by the way? I wasn't even thinking about the Hunger Games. I was looking up attractive villains because I knew that would get you, and it came up with him, but from the prequel that just got released. Which, did you see that, by the way?
I haven't yet.
Oh my
Have you?
gosh. You should watch it. Very
look
good.
up who this person
Very
is.
good movie, and main character girl, let's just say, uppy.
That's Rachel Ziegler, right?
I think so. But yeah, President Snow, good guy for sure. But the prequel is really good. You should watch it.
Oh, Tom Blythe? Yeah.
Yeah, very attractive guy. Okay, third one. I've heard a lot about this one too. It's another Marvel character from Black Panther, Killmonger.
He deserved the crown.
Short and sweet.
I mean, he would. I think he was next in line, and if he wasn't, he should have been.
It was so technically T'Challa or whatever was next in line, but Killmonger challenged him to ritual combat and won.
Yeah, that makes you king.
Yeah, and they just like bent the rules and said, "Well, I didn't die, so the competition was over," and he knew it.
Yeah, he won. It's to death or to loss.
And falling off a cliff and freezing to death, to almost death, is a loss.
Yeah, he would have died if it weren't for other people. So he was killed. He was dethroned properly and by Wakandan tradition. So absolutely, he has a point.
All right, now we're getting into a little bit more niche. Mr. Electric from Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I mean, George Lopez is never wrong.
Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap.
She was in a committed relationship with Dennis Quaid, and his daughter tried to get him and the ex-wife back together. Yes, she has a point.
Plus, this is an auditory podcast, unfortunately, but let me show Joe a picture.
Mommy.
That was a live reaction to the picture I showed.
No, I know who it
We
is.
should absolutely watch this movie again.
You think I forgot who that was? I also know the other person. Yeah. Yeah, when they're camping. Yeah.
New screensaver alert. Meredith Blake.
Meredith Blake. No, yeah.
Meredith Blake.
These kids are trying to sabotage her relationship. I don't understand why she's considered a villain.
Yeah.
Now, was she nice? No, but that's my type. So
It's want someone to be mean to me.
yeah, as Nick Miller said in New Girl, stop being so mean to me, or I swear to God, I'm gonna fall in love with you.
All right, last one I have for today. And I figured this one would really, really get you going because it's from one of your favorite movie series of all time, the Volturi from Twilight.
Yes, again, Law and Order. Vampires are supposed to live in secret, and that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they can't. I mean, do they eat people? Yes. Is that a bad thing? Maybe. But it's like imagine there were these rogue vegans who are trying to make you vegan.
Oh, man, it happens to me all the time. I hate it.
And you're like, no, I want my steak. I want my chicken. I'm going to eat meat. And they're like, no, but that's murder. And you're like, it's not. That's it. They're no longer human. It's not murder anymore. We're livestock.
Yep, I think it more applies to vegans and meat eaters than it does to cannibals. I think that definitely should.
No, because cannibals implies humans eating humans.
Oh, that's true. Vampires
aren't human anymore. They become a higher being.
Here's the only moral quandary I have with that. They're on the opposite side of award-winning actress Kristen Bell or whatever her name is.
Kristen Bell is married to Jack Stewart.
Kristen Stewart.
Kristen
Stewart, who is an incredible actress. So,
yeah, you've got Kristen Stewart. You got Pattinson in there. Taylor Lautner.
The Volturi have a point. They may be eating people, but it's just their way. Penguin, what are you doing here?
Did you know that Taylor Lautner married someone named Taylor? So he's Taylor Lautner and she's Taylor Lautner now.
Oh, man. And he dated Taylor Swift. That dude's got a real problem.
Yeah.
It's kind of like me and... It's kind of like me and people named Lauren.
History check. Ben has dated people named Lauren on more than one occasion.
Multiple people. Every time I see the name Lauren, I have this little like visceral reaction of like, oh boy, I need to go in there. My wife is not named Lauren.
No, but her sister is.
Oh no.
Yeah, he was like, hey, your name is Lauren. I'm going to hang out with you. And then his sister walked by and he goes, never mind. See you later.
All right.
Yikes. So this next one comes from Anna. She's actually a local teacher. She is in charge of planning the themes for the dances at the high school. And she was wondering about good themes. What do you think?
Like dance themes?
Yeah, Dance Revolution. Which, I don't know if you remember much about high school. I remember not much. But I don't remember most dances having a theme. Like prom had like their fancy theme. Winter formal was always winter. There used to be a Sadie Hawkins dance.
Sadie's has a theme, and the reason why I have a very memorable experience really quickly before we get into the topic. One of the themes was we did the dance outside by the football field, and essentially it was like this color bash, and there was like color powder thrown in the air. And so they were like, it was like we had to wear white, and we got all this color thrown on us. It was so much went into my lungs that I went to the bathroom and I threw up at Sadie's because I had smoke in my lungs from this powder. And then the next day, the school on the announcements had the audacity to get angry at the students for causing a ruckus when they threw an outdoor dance with powder thrown everywhere that was making people throw up in the bathroom.
Yeah, this high school really did not think this through. When I was in high school, I don't remember what the Sadie Hawkins themes were, but it wasn't outside and it wasn't colors.
Well, like they did that one, and then I remember one year it was like duos. So like my date and I did like Scooby-Doo and Shaggy, which is really weird because you think about dances and it's supposed to be like you know, like almost like mimicking. You're going to a dance with a partner, right? It's like mimicking like a relationship, but you're just going on a date. And so Shaggy and Scooby was a weird choice because I don't think that guy had that kind of relationship with his dog.
You don't know what happens when they smoke that sweet, sweet kind.
Yeah, when they're
the nice kind leaves and they eat a sandwich and then they, who knows, you know, see where the night takes them.
They are absolutely stoners, by the way, in that show.
Yes. Scoob's got that dog in him. Just riles Shaggy up.
Sometimes so does Shaggy. That good reef makes you do all kinds of things.
Yeah, the lovely reefer. Danny DeVito themed.
Everybody dresses up as different people Danny DeVito has played.
Yeah, so you got the Matilda Danny DeVito.
You got Penguin Danny DeVito.
You got Penguin Danny DeVito, which would be great. You've got Always Sunny Frank.
Oh yes, care for an egg in these trying times.
There's so many options with Danny DeVito, and I think they're all good, and all of them should have to wear bald caps. It's a requirement to get in. Yeah. Dance is free. Here's the requirement. Bald cap, fat.
And here's the catch. You have to both go as one iteration of Danny DeVito. So you have to wear the same costume in order for you to look big enough.
And he's not saying you separately wear the same clothes. You're in one costume.
You are in one costume and you just dance by moving side to side. World history, semicolon, dictators. Everybody dresses up as their favorite dictator pairing.
That's good, actually.
So, for example, you know, good old Adolf and his wife. That kind of deal. Or no, that's not even good. Adolf and like Joseph Goebbels or whatever his name was.
Like you've got Adolf and Mussolini going together.
Yeah, Mussolini, like Genghis Khan and Mulan or whatever. That was the same movie, right?
Not a dictator, but
I missed the whole point of that movie.
Well, she was a girl, then she was a boy, and then she was a girl again. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap, snap, snip, snap.
You have no idea what 3 sex changes does to a woman.
And also, why was the main guy character, his name Shane or something? Why was he visibly?
Shane?
I think so.
Like Shen?
Sure. Shen, Shane, same thing. Why was he visibly upset when he found out that Mulan was a lady?
I thought I was falling for a dude. I saw that. It was a meme where it's like, oh, dang it. I thought I was falling in love with a guy.
Oh, Li Shang.
Yeah.
My bad. It's not Shane. It's Shang.
My favorite character from Mulan, Shane. Mulan? I thought you were a dude. It's like a fraternity guy. Welcome to my frat. We're going to go to war against the Huns. What's up? It's Shane. That's a dude,
It's
not a
your boy
girl.
Shane.
Mulan's like, hey, what's up, guys? It's definitely me, Sean, not lady guy. I'm definitely a dude.
My name is Mulan, but like pronounced like a dude.
Yeah. Yeah, Mulan isn't that a girl's name? But yeah, but like the guy, I'm like Guy Mulan is what they called me back. You know,
Why was he so obsessed with dudes? He wanted to make a man out of everybody. He was upset that Mulan was a lady. They made a second Mulan, and I'm not sure why they did it.
Money.
It wasn't very good. I don't
Disney.
think.
It was money.
As far as I remember, Mulan 2 was kind of a bust.
Yeah, and then they made a third one called Moulin Rouge. It was really weird.
Yeah, they went live action. Ewan McGregor
Played Mulan.
Actually, you know what? You need to watch that movie. It's very good.
I've never seen it, and I refuse to see it.
Here's why I refuse to see it. And I hope that none of the people that I don't talk to anymore in my life watch this listen to this podcast, because then it'll be awkward. But there was this group of friends that I had that were just obsessed with musicals, and they just wouldn't shut up about Moulin Rouge and how amazing it was, so I refused to watch it. And then one day, I'm just enjoying peace and quiet, listening to the birds chirp, and my two brothers come up to me and say, "Oh my gosh, you should watch Moulin Rouge." Ruin my day.
Do you know what? Moulin Rouge is to me what Tom Hanks is to Joe. I hate it, even though I really don't watch any of it. So, like, same thing with Joe.
You are disrespecting the name of Ewan McGregor.
Ewan McGregor.
I hope you are aware that Obi-Wan Kenobi is dead to you now.
Don't even say that to me. That is my hero.
It's him.
Don't talk to me.
It's him, and he sings, and it's beautiful.
Dance theme, Ewan McGregor themed.
Oh yeah,
But everybody dresses normally, and Ewan McGregor comes to the dance.
you got yeah. Here's Ewan McGregor themed. It's thrown at my house, and it's only Ewan McGregor showing up.
It's only Ewan McGregor and me, some candles, a romantic dinner, some nice music in the background.
Hey Ewan, will you be the Scooby to my Shaggy?
The way we be smoking that reefer and you have that dog in you.
Yeah. You could do Star Wars themed, but you only have certain people you can be. So you got to be either Anakin, but when he was burning on the side of the mountain, we got his legs chopped off.
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt. You can show up as Sand.
What's up? It's me, Sand.
Darth Maul, but the caveat is that you have to be half Darth Maul, so anyone who's like 6 foot can't be Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Qui-Gon Jinn, but when he's dead, so you can't dance, you just lay there.
You could be that baby ass Kylo Ren. Shout out my mom.
Yeah.
Our mom, really quick.
We've heard our mom. I don't know about you. I've heard my mom cuss maybe 3 times in my life, and 2 of them were on the same day when she watched Kylo Ren.
Yeah, she watched the sequels. When I tell you that she's like one of the like most wholesome people in the world, it's genuine. She watched the sequels and she was like, she was like genuinely heated with that baby ass, and then she covered her mouth. I was like, oh my gosh, what did I just say?
Every so often you'd be like, hey mom, what do you think about Kylo Ren? And she just like looks at us and we're like, say it, do the roar. And she's like, he's a baby ass. And the crowd goes wild.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yeah, so
Shrek themed.
And
that's just a good idea. That's not even a joke.
Shrek themed is great, but you don't dress up as like Shrek characters. You just paint yourself green.
Or you can't dress up as the big 3. You can't dress up as Fiona, Shrek, or Donkey.
Oh, so you got to
unless you and your date dress up as Donkey together. You can do that.
But only one couple is allowed to come in as Donkey.
Yes, and if more than one come to the dance as Donkey, Hunger Games.
Hunger Games style. We decide who gets the treatment.
Hunger Games dance, but you all bring real weapons.
Well, it's not a theme for a dance. Now it becomes the event.
No, and this started as a joke, and as it's going through my head, I actually think this might be a fun thing to do. It's Hunger Games. You dress up as if you are from the Capitol or in the Hunger Games, because I just want to see someone dressed up as the Capitol people because they're wild.
Yeah.
Kind of actually stylish.
And you bring like Nerf bows and arrows and like foam swords.
Yeah.
And at the end of the dance, like in the last hour, there is a tournament. And it's just started by like the whistle.
Okay.
And then everybody just starts attacking each other, and there is one victor, and they're crowned the prom king.
That's a great idea, but instead of a whistle, it's the drop of Darude Sandstorm.
The what?
Do you know the song Sandstorm by Darude?
I don't think so. And I was thinking the whistle from Hunger Games.
That's probably a better idea. Let's continue with that one.
Yeah.
Shout out to my Darude listeners out here.
No, that's an excellent idea though. So you want to like LARP?
Yeah. So at the end, it's a LARP, a live action role play, and the king and the queen. That's how they're chosen.
That's actually a really sick idea.
Yeah.
Hey, we should start our own school just so we can do that. Or we can just like get a group of LARPers together, I guess. But that's an excellent idea.
We should do a side podcast that's D&D and call it Side Quest.
That'd be great.
Except for I'm not a nerd.
D&D is great.
I've never actually. You know what?
I've only seen it get played. I've
the
never
only
played
exposure
it
I
myself.
have to D&D is Stranger Things.
The only I forgot that was in there.
That's the whole
Community does D&D with Fat Neil. And Pierce wins.
I need to finish watching that show, but I saw a clip on my TikTok recently of Troy's rap about being the Jehovah's most secret witness.
Yeah, that's a good one. Childish Gambino had the most quotable stuff in that show. I was watching a compilation video of everything he says. It's so good.
Yeah.
And there was one, Jeff was like, was talking about like conspiracy theories, and he goes, "Did you know that Go-Gurt is just yogurt?" Greatest showman, but everybody has to be the bearded lady.
I think a good theme would be like for like an ideal dance for me would be like, you don't need a date. There's no social pressure for you to get a date. You can just come by yourself. That's okay. Themed.
Oh. LeBron James theme.
So there was another teacher from the same school, and again, this one actually does have to remain anonymous because this one is straight shade to this person's students.
They're definitely throwing some over there.
Yeah, so I don't want to expose who this is in case one of the teenagers that is in our class decides to watch our show. But so this is the question. It says, I'm a teacher, and there's a few students who have really bad BO. Do I tell them, or do I just let it be? I always feel bad for putting other students next to them because then they have to deal with the smell. But I'm not sure if I can do anything. Which is just a horrible situation. Students that age are disgusting people with disgusting body odor. So, Joe, as somebody with a intense body odor, what do you think?
My body odor is outside, not an intent. Thank you. You set up one of those decontamination tents right as they walk through the door. So it's like when you're going through security and you have to go through the X-ray machine. It's like that. But what it does is sprays Axe on everybody. So you walk through, you get your Axe shower, and
yeah, I think that's actually a good piece of advice just to give generally is skip the showers, just spray Axe on yourself.
Yeah, middle school boys were right. Axe is the best flavor in the world.
Axe, tasty.
That's actually their slogan now. Axe, tasty.
Axe, tastes like disgusting chemicals.
Axe, tastes like a boy's locker room.
Tastes like Axe.
I realize that we're very close to saying ass, and that's not a good
Ass
flavor.
body spray.
Ass body spray.
I think you have to tell your students, and I think you have to tell them in a way that's like completely blunt. You just have to walk in and be like, "Oh, it smells like wee wee, caca and wee was in here."
Why does it smell like pee pee and poo poo in here?
It's probably Tyler.
You just make an announcement to everybody in the class. Just be like, hey, just as a reminder, use deodorant, but only look at the one person.
Yeah. Hey, just an announcement for today. I warned you about using deodorant. Still smells like caca and wee was in here. I'd just like to make one more announcement. Carl, you smell like poop.
Who decided to take a bath in rotten onions? Because yuck.
You know, another option is you don't tell them, but you just imply that there's a smell in the room every day, but you find like a creative way to do it. So like walk in the room, you plug your nose and be like, "Whoa, man, someone like left their trash in here over the weekend." And then like the next day you're like, "Oh man, I guess someone brought their cat litter in here and dumped it all over the floor." And like every day you're implying that something smells.
Or you go looking for the smell. You know who it is already, but you're just walking around the room just like sniffing everybody's.
Yeah, but the only way to do that is make sure you're on all fours and you gallop through the room and then start sniffing their armpits.
And then as soon as you get the smell, you're just like, "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr."
What's that, Lassie? He smells like ass.
It's my dog impression. Thank you.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Just have a drawer full of bath bombs and play dodgeball with those kids.
All right, everybody. Today, for no particular reason at all, we're all going to get in a big pool of water and play dodgeball with bath bombs.
Yeah, today, and I don't want you to take this personally, not because Chris smells real bad. I'm going to be throwing bath bombs at you.
It's crazy that you say that because I actually did have a friend named Chris, and he always smelled really bad. And he cried a lot. I recently came home and saw a
Little tiny cat it's very small. Probably, we guessed like 3-4 weeks. And it was stuck in this fence. So I helped this cat, and the cat was following me around the cat distribution center, as they call it. And so I picked this cat up because it looked like it needed food, and it's a little baby, and I took it home. But we have 2 cats and a dog, and so we don't really know what to do with this animal or what to do with our situation in general. So
I think you treat it like the baby situation from a couple episodes ago. Whiskey and tummy time.
whiskey and tummy time.
Like feed the cat whiskey, or
Well, you could combine the pillow and the whiskey and the tummy time by you becoming the big whiskeyed up tummy time boy and laying on top of the cat
They
until
call
the
me
cat
Big Whiskey Tummy Time Boy.
until the cat no longer needs your assistance, if you know what I mean.
Oh man, turn it into a country cat. Meow, beer, whiskey, beer. my cat girlfriend left me. I drink whiskey.
Isn't the cat like weeks old?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I didn't ask it.
I think you feed the cat, take it in, and then once it's nice and comfortable, take it back to the fence and put it back underneath.
lock it back down.
All right, I've done my part. Now you figure it out. I think we train it. What I was thinking, and I told my wife this, and she said no. But I think we just train it, kind of similar to what you said. We build up its strength, and we train it to fight for us. It's like a guard cat. We like chain outside of our door, but it's like we train it so much that it's like on its back 2 legs. It's just like a really buff cat.
Yeah, Puss in Boots.
Yeah, we did Puss in Boots situation, except for more like Tai Lung from Kung Fu Panda.
You train your dog to hate that one cat. Keep it around for your personal entertainment. Every Friday night lights, you every Friday, instead of playing football, you let the cat out of his cage and watch the dog just go at it.
Okay, Michael Vick. Jeez. I think what you do is you make your animals fight each other for money. And you
I didn't
bets.
say bet anything. You're the one that said that.
I'm aware I said it because I think it's a great idea.
I think we round up all the dogs in the neighborhood and the cats, and we watch them fight for money, and we place bets.
Yeah, Animal Fight Club.
Which, by the way, reminds me, this is just my little PSA. If you're anybody who is gambling and you're addicted to gambling, your big win is the next one you're going to do. So continue to gamble until you get that big win.
Cannot emphasize it enough. If you stop gambling, that's the one you were going to win.
Yeah, you were going to win on the next one, and it was going to not only solve all your problems, it was going to take you out of debt, it was going to get you a new house,
But it was also going to be the cure to all of your problems that you bring to therapy every week. And so just keep gambling, go into debt, use your house as collateral, do whatever you got to do to continue to gamble. Sponsored by sports books. Thank you, Vegas, for allowing us to do a third episode.
Yeah. My favorite animal is a loan shark, and I think you need to be friends with one of those.
Yeah.
Because loan sharks will be your best friend. They are doing nothing but looking out for you. They have very reasonable interest rates.
No violence.
They really just want to help you win, honestly.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to Shark Tank. Today I'm asking for $100,000 for 0% of my gambling addiction. I want this money so I can hit it big in Vegas. Mark, thoughts?
Yes, I'm here for... Here is my invention. It is a gambling addiction. I need you to give me your money.
I've created gambling addiction. I brought gambling addiction to the Shark Tank.
Do you ever think Shark Tank ever gets held up? Like they're Circle K and some guy just walks in with a gun and is like, give me all your money.
Give me all your best offers.
And Kevin's always going to be that one guy that's like, okay, you're asking a little bit low. I'll give you the $100,000. I need a percentage on the back end.
I need 50 cents on every robbery you do.
Just 50 cents? Uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, I'm rich, so I don't need the money. This is just for me. This is a little treat for me.
just a little treat for Kevin O'Leary. I imagine you're doing a lot of robberies, so 50 cents seems reasonable.
Yeah, if you came into Shark Tank and asked us for money that we don't have on us.
This isn't a bank, sir. We don't give loans here. We just write them down on paper. This is a TV studio, buddy.
I think they should actually do a spin-off of Shark Tank that it is Loan Shark Tank. And so they do give out the loans to those who gamble. Gamblers, if you will. If I had enough money, I would buy a building and I would misspell the name Bank of America. So technically I couldn't get sued by them. Same color scheme. They would come in asking for stuff, but we don't have anything because we're not actually a bank.
Yeah, we actually don't do anything in this business. You walk in.
I just want to pull... I want to have enough money to pull off a giant prank because I get bored.
I was not.
Like when the NASA astronauts who are stuck in space, when they come back down, all of us have a real opportunity to pull something big off, and no one's discussing it.
Is that a real thing?
Are there really NASA astronauts stuck in space?
Oh yeah, they're not coming. They're not coming down until February.
Just come down.
They can't because Boeing made their ship.
Just like gravity, fall down.
Not in space.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Isaac Newton didn't get there in time, so he didn't invent gravity in space. But yeah, no, so I think Elon had the right idea with his recent prank, which he took private citizens and sent them up in one of his SpaceX ships. So now there's another group in space, but they can come down, and I think that's the best prank on NASA. Just like, hey, you know what you can't do? This.
Watch this. My plane, my aircraft can go into space, and then guess what? Comes back down.
It's great. I don't understand how they can be up there for that long. They only pack for a certain amount of time.
Well, they must pack like an emergency supply or something. No, I was gonna say that that I actually dressed up as an astronaut for Halloween once, and it was given as a gift. From a family friend or a friend of mine at the time, his mom, who, by the way, I have no doubt was actually embezzling from the company she worked at, and that's how I got that costume. 99% sure that costume was embezzled for me.
Remember that one time someone actually embezzled from the church we went to?
Yeah. Shout out.
Well, it's that time. Time to close it. Time to stop it.
Yeah.
You guys have done it again. Just really sticking it to logic and coming back for more of this.
Congratulations on getting through 3 whole episodes.
And send stuff in, guys.
Yeah, please send stuff in. We're having to rely on, 4 people.
Ben asked a question today.
I did ask a question. It's true.
And we have more than 4 people. It's just...
This is my impression of the kid from the one movie with Scrooge asking for more podcast questions. Please, I'm just a little poor boy. Podcast questions for me, please.
Wasn't Scrooge.
Yeah, little Tim.
Oh, I guess maybe he did at some point say please. I thought you were referring to please, sir, can I have some more?
Don't forget to follow us on social media. Our X handle is at Lowsocialvalue. On Instagram, we are at Lowsocialvalue.
As always, shout out to Max, great mentor, great dude, great podcast as well with Twisted Timelines. I would go check it out if I were you, especially as a palate cleanser after this happened to your ears.
Yeah, and as somebody giving bad advice, don't go check out his podcast. That's my bad advice.
Scratch that. He doesn't know what he's saying, guys. He's losing his damn mind, and it's not going good for him over here.
Yeah, Nancy, my podcast listener, don't listen to that piece of advice, Nancy.
Do you know anybody named Nancy?
The podcast listener. I know Nancy.
Just wait till the end of the song. There will be a little epiphany for you. Goodbye. All dogs go to heaven, except yours.